on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, we are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing this evening? How are you all doing? Welcome to the show. The sun is starting to go down, so I'm only going to be doing a couple of laps. It's going to be a brief show, probably about maybe like 45, 50 minutes long. I got to keep on trucking because it's going to get dark soon. Should have probably put my jacket on. It's like 63 degrees, and there's, a slight breeze with some gusts up to like 10 plus miles per hour. But hey, it is what it is. We're out and about on another walk with purpose, episode number 723. And I got to say, it's been a great day. It's been a wonderful day. Dawn and I, we had a doctor's appointment today, and it's really interesting. We're part of a medical foundation called the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, and they're basically run by a nonprofit health organization called Sutter Health. I believe they're based out of Sacramento, California, and there are like many branches of the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, based from Sutter Health or by Sutter Health. And we had to get some blood work done and some x-rays done. So we went to the local location near us, and then we had to go down south in the South Bay for another appointment with another specialist Don has been seeing, as we continue to try to, get her back on track and figure out everything that's going on with her in all aspects, physically, mentally, emotionally, etc. Hey, Easy Prod, how you doing? Welcome to the show, bro. It's great to see you here. Audio good, video good? Welcome, brother. Welcome, bro. I can't even talk. So, this is episode number 723. And Don and I have 3 days before we head out of town just for 1 day and 1 night to go visit Don's parents about 3 hours away. Thank you, AC Prod, for the audio check and the video check. So I decided for the next 3 days, I'm just going to do a Walking with Purpose stream. I'm not going to be doing any in-studio streams until, Don and I get back from our, overnight trip to her parents' place. So this is going to be one of 3 Walking with Purpose streams I'm going to be doing, starting right now, today, right now on this show, and then tomorrow afternoon at some point, and then Friday afternoon. It's going to be the Drama Detox mini-series. This is the Drama Detox episode 1 of 3. Drama Detox 1 of 3. And today, we're going to be discussing, holding on to resentment. And stop holding on to resentment is the topic. Stop holding on to resentment. And a lot of people don't realize when you hold on to resentment, that really messes you up completely. It pretty much alters the way you behave in front of everyone, right? Now, in case you're wondering, I mentioned earlier, just a brief side note. I mentioned earlier on my in-studio stream that the stream I did with RJ Sandifer yesterday, once it finished processing, for some reason, YouTube gave me a yellow icon for monetization. If you don't know how the YouTube monetization system works, if you have the full-blown version, like I do on both channels with ads and fan funding, right? If you have a green icon that's fully monetized, right? No restrictions. If you get a yellow icon, that means their AI, artificial intelligence, picked up something within what was said in your video or the title or description section, and it deemed it not suitable for most advertisers. So you get a yellow icon. I had not received a yellow icon on anything in over 2 years, because I'm very careful with how I title my things and what I say and how I present my material, right? And I don't use any copyrighted stuff. And if I do, I have a license for it, right? So I got a yellow icon on that stream with RJ, and I'm like, I don't understand why. This has got to be a mistake. And YouTube gives you the option to review, to request a human review. So I requested a human review earlier this morning, and a few hours ago they approved it, flipped it back to green. So in case you're wondering, it's still been well over 2 years before it's been well over 2 years since I've had any content that was not suitable for advertising. And I take pride in that because I understand clearly how YouTube works, and you gotta abide by the guidelines. And look, as long as you know to present things in respectful and mature ways, you can pretty much talk about anything on YouTube as long as you present it properly, right? So that was just a little side note there, okay? But let's get back to the topic here because we only have a short amount of time. I'm starting this drama detox series for the next 3 days here because I know there are a lot of people that have followed me or know about me, and they know about Dawn. And a lot of these people that actually like our content have also been a part of a lot of endless nonsensical drama. Now, we're not going to be discussing, like I mentioned on my previous stream, we're not going to be discussing any of that stuff anymore. We're done with it. And if people mention certain things, I'll give people one chance. And if they continue to do it, we'll have to remove you, unfortunately, right? But I know that over the last month or so, we tackled some things head on, full steam ahead, and we were enthralled in drama. We had to do it to basically defend ourselves against all the BS. And we really had no other choice. But now, everything that I wanted to accomplish by tackling this head on has been accomplished. There's nowhere left to go with it. So now, it's like we're halting the brakes. We're screeching the brakes, right? We're slamming on the brakes and saying, okay, we're done with this. We're going to go from complete emotionally charged and invested drama content to clean content, right? And when you make such a sudden transition regarding anything, it's not easy because you're used to the type of content that you've been watching for the past 30 days or so, right? So that's why I wanted to do the drama detox series here and help people wean off the drama, right? It's kind of like, if you're an alcoholic or if you are a substance abuser or whatever, it's very difficult to just stop cold turkey. You have to wean off it slowly, right? And that's why I feel the next 3 days, doing this drama detox, we can wean off of this slowly and answer any questions people have and truly help people that have been, oh my God, Stop honking your damn horn. Jesus Christ. Did you hear that? We truly want to help people that are going through a lot of things in their personal life and come out here on YouTube and get enthralled in drama to take their mind off the real world, right? I know there are many people out here, right? More so women, but there are some men that are enthralled in drama as well. And I firmly believe that anyone involved in these drama groups out here are a part of these groups because there's something lacking deep within you, and you're hurting. You're just you're not in a good place, right? And so you want to go somewhere where you're going to feel like you can relate to people. And you're also probably thinking that it's also the best way to work through your issues. Well, if you're going through issues and you're hanging around other people that have the same issues or worse, what do you think is going to happen? Your issues are never going to get resolved, and they'll probably become worse, right? And that's why I'm saying, look, if this is something you know deep within you're struggling with, and first of all, you have a hard time admitting it, come on over here and we'll help you work through it, because we truly understand. I truly understand. So does Don. We truly understand what you're going through, right? Now, I want to talk about a woman that goes by Kayla. I'm not sure if that's her real name. There's a woman that goes by the name of Kayla that, I don't know, I've just heard a lot of things about, and she's been a part of my network in the past. She's also been a part of other networks that we no longer talk about, right? And she's supposedly had a lot of issues with alcohol and maybe substance abuse. I don't know her entire story, but she sent me a bunch of emails, right? And Bob in there. What's up? Why are you putting Bob in there? Anyway. So, yeah, Kayla is someone that has been going through a lot and is trying to find her way, but has taken the route of what many people I've seen have taken out here on YouTube. She's been a part of these drama groups because she's probably thinking, like I said earlier, look, if I have issues and I hang around with other people that have similar issues, they're going to be understanding to my issues and my feelings and my wants and my needs, right? And that may be true. But what's that going to do to resolve your issues, Kayla? What's that going to do to resolve your issues? If you want to resolve your issues, you should be hanging around with people that don't have those issues or may have had similar issues in the past, and we've worked through them, and now we can help you identify your issues and help support you to work through them, so that way you don't have to feel the negative thoughts you're feeling anymore, right? In addition, that's not going to make you react or overreact to other people out here on YouTube that you're projecting your insecurities on and wish you could be like. And listen, I'm not trying to be mean. Kayla sent me an email, a long-ass email. Again, Kayla, and listen, honestly, I don't have time to read long emails regarding the pity party, okay? I actually want to help you. I actually care about your well-being. I care about everyone's well-being. But if you're going to keep on sending emails seeking a pity party, you're not going to get that from me. And you're probably not going to get that from most people on this end. You'll get a pity party from the drama groups, but those drama groups are not going to be able to help you out because those people are in the same place. It's the same place as you're in, or worse, right? I want you to really, truly understand before you get triggered and send me another 20-paragraph email, Kayla, that I'm here to help people, including you. But until you're ready to accept responsibility for your actions, see, until anyone is ready to accept responsibility for their actions, okay, and then let go of all past resentment that, you know, this may be stemming from, it's never going to change from you, right? So obviously, let's talk about resentment, okay? So, Kayla, for example, I'm using you for example purposes because I want to help you. And Don and I have chosen to help you free of charge. We're going to do most of it publicly, but we're even willing to, at times, talk with you behind the scenes. If we're going to talk, it's going to have to be by phone because I don't have time to read 20-paragraph emails and write out 20-paragraph emails, but we can have a 20 or 30-minute conversation and get a lot further than emailing long-ass emails back and forth, right? No disrespect, I'm just sharing the facts, right? But here's the thing, Kayla. I want you to, I know you're going to watch this at some point. I know you're going to watch this and maybe you'll react, maybe you'll overreact, or maybe you'll understand that I truly care and want to help you, okay? There's some resentment that you're holding on to. You are holding on to some kind of resentment, either from your past childhood days, maybe a past relationship or marriage or something. You're holding on to some kind of resentment. Probably over a traumatic event, right? Give me a second. I'm walking by some people here. I don't want to interrupt them. And until you're able to let go of that resentment and just say, fuck it, it is what it is, right? Until you're able to let go of that resentment and say, screw it, it is what it is, it's never going to turn around for you. It's never going to turn around for you. Now, you may be thinking, Eli, you're such a jerk, right? Eli, you're dogpiling me, or you guys are dogpiling me. Nope, no one's dogpiling you. Let me tell you this, Kayla. The term dogpile, I know other groups were using that on you, right? No one's trying to dogpile you over here. And here's the thing. Even if people are dogpiling you, okay, you got to look at what they're saying. Because in my chat on my previous stream where we were talking about this and everyone was just saying, hey, own up to what you've done, apologize for it, and move on. And this all ends, right? People were being nice and giving you a chance to accept responsibility for your actions, right? Now, I don't know exactly what you've done, but I've witnessed personally your erratic behavior. You've had erratic moments. It doesn't mean I hate you. I don't hate anyone. I'm trying to help you, and I can't help you unless I assess the situation as I see it properly, right? And here's the thing, even if people are dogpiling you, you have to ignore that and focus on accepting responsibility for what's truly going on and trying to work through it with people that are truly willing to help you, such as myself, Don, and people on our side over here, on our side of things, right? And I also have to tell you this, Kayla and everyone else. No one likes a whiner and complainer, right? No one likes a whiner and complainer. When I was younger, I used to whine and complain about everything. Now, people could argue, people that don't like me could argue and say, well, you whine about other people on these YouTube streets that you don't like. That's not true. All I've ever done is defend myself against dumb shit. And I've done enough of that to the point of where I don't feel the need to do it anymore. And if I have to defend myself in the future against other dumb shit, if it's taken too far and I feel it's affecting me from growing, I'll continue defending myself, but I'm not whining and complaining. There's a difference between legitimately defending yourself and whining and complaining, right? See, Kayla, the way you're coming off is like a whiner and complainer. And that's why people are getting pissed off at you, maybe dogpiling you like you're saying, etc., right? If you just backed off and looked at yourself in the mirror and said, why is this happening to me? I've done that to myself all the time. I had to look at myself in the mirror. Like before I decided to go full-blown, full steam into tackling this drama BS that's now over. Until I decided to go full force on that about a little over a month ago, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, what's the right thing to do here? Right? What's the right way to handle this? And, if I do this, what's the possible or potential outcome going to be, right? Is this going to be a productive use of my time? I thought about that before I started, putting the energy into doing what I did. And it ended up panning out for me, right? You need to do the same thing. Take a good, cold, hard look at yourself in the mirror. And ask yourself, well, why are people constantly attacking me or complaining about me or whatever, right? And here's another thing. Sometimes, Kayla, people will attack you for no reason just to try to jerk your chain, right? We know on YouTube there are even creators out here that intentionally try to trigger people to use them as entertainment content, right? And you have to learn to understand that and accept that. And since you've been hanging around my neck of the woods here on Coach Eli too, I've talked about that all the time, so you should know that by now. You should have an understanding that sometimes people are purposefully jerking your chain because they want a reaction from you and they want to use you as content and then monetize you, right? So how do you take that away from them? Number one, you laugh at them and say, hey, whatever, your BS isn't working on me. Handle it the same way I do, right? Call them out a few times and then let it go, right? But the most important thing is you have to be at peace deep within yourself. If you're going to call people out that are coming at you, right? Call them out. And regardless of whether they stop coming at you or not, you got to be strong and say, you know what? No matter how much you keep coming at me, no matter what you say or do to me, you're not affecting me. I'm not going to let you get to me. And you got to be strong and you got to laugh at it like I do. The thing is, you haven't gotten to that point yet. And there are many other people on this platform that have heard me speak on this over and over and over again. But they're still continuing to feed into stuff or to allow people to get to them. In your case, dogpile you. And you let it affect you to the point of where you're sending me 20 paragraph emails whining and complaining. You got to toughen up. You got to say, screw it. These are people on the internet. They don't matter. The only thing that matters is how you feel about yourself, Kayla. See, I always try to tell people the only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own. GLM, I'm so high. That's great, GLM. Thanks for letting us know. GLM, I think you should change your channel name and just call your channel name N-WORD space with WITH space THE like ghetto style, gangster style, with HARD hard RGLM. I think you should do that. I think that'd be great. And GLM, thank you for clipping that. I was in the lobby with Dawn before our doctor's appointment, and I saw that come through. You clipped the disabled guy in the God chick clip, where you wanted to change your name to N-word with a hard R, GLM. I woke up this morning. I tell you, GLM, that shit's still cracking me up to this moment. Hey, you know what? I've given you so many clips. You tell me. There's no one more clippable than me, GLM. That's a fair statement. You got to give me that. You got to give me that one. Yeah. Yeah, you know, and Tiffany, if you're around, I got your text, Tiff. I'll text you later if you're around. There have been a lot of people that have been ranting and raving over the live stream that Robert Reese did. You always provide great clips. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Because GLM, I speak of the truth. I call people out, and it's, you know why it's funny, GLM? You know, I'm not even trying to be funny, but you know why it comes off funny? Because the truth is funny to these people that have no fucking clue otherwise. You know what I'm saying? These people are such low IQ people that, you know, when you have to explain things to low IQ people to get it, it comes off as funny because it should be obvious that they know these life's principles, right, GLM? It should be obvious, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, Eli calls you the disabled guy, not because you're disabled, because it's the first word of your channel name. You goofball. I should just change my name to N-word with a hard RGLM. I'm like, oh my God, I'm making my coffee in the morning, and I almost shit my pants after I heard that GLM. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard on this platform in 6 years. I was like, oh man, like they used to say, Eli is gold. Like Eli has solid gold content. That was gold, GLM. That was gold and platinum all in one. I know, she's still laughing at it too. And then I replayed that for Dawn. And Dawn was literally, she had her face on the floor. She was, and she's like, man, these people on YouTube. I'm glad I stay out of this shit. Oh, man. We're at 28 minutes. Okay. So, I pretty much mentioned what I wanted to mention. You know, hey, if you want to, you know, start really going through a drama detox out here on YouTube, if you're stuck in a drama group, if you're stuck consuming endless nonsensical drama content and you try to get away from it, but you know, the people you've been following, you know, do something that just sucks you back in, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, is it worth it? And why are you watching it in the first place? Is it to cure your own blues, like I said? Is it because you're struggling with something in your own personal life and this takes your mind off of it? right? And it's because, typically it's because you're holding on to resentment. You're holding on to resentment of some past trauma, right? You can't let it go. You gotta let shit go. Because if you don't let shit go, it's going to consume you and affect you in all aspects of life. Now, so reach out to me, Kayla. If you want to talk, we can talk by phone. I'm done with the emails. They're too long. They're too long, and it sounds like you're whining. No disrespect. I'm going to keep it real. We'd like to help you. I want to give you one chance to help you free of charge. But you're going to have to reach out to me, and we're going to have to talk by phone. And it'll be private, okay? I'm not like these people that record people behind the scenes and put it publicly. I'm a professional. You see my emails. I have a confidentiality notice in my emails. It's all private stuff. That's why these people have asked me for testimonials. I never put them out because they're private. I don't have a need for testimonials. I don't need to put out testimonials. The people that I help want to keep things private, and that's the same thing, same respect I'll give you. With the exception that you put this out there publicly and people will know we're talking, but they don't have to know what we're talking about. Right? We can keep it at that level. And Don and I can help you behind the scenes. You've said yourself that you've been through similar things that Don's gone through. So why don't you give us a chance to help you? Okay? Razor Edge. There was a troll impersonation of you. Well, there are many, dude. There are many, and it doesn't matter. I don't care, dude. We moved on. But thank you for that. Now, the hot facts with Robert Reese. I don't know if that was a live stream that he was, playing clips from his car. I think he was live from his car, and he had loaded a bunch of clips on the StreamYard. I didn't watch the whole thing. I skimmed through it. Like I said, after I did the show earlier this afternoon, Don and I spent most of the afternoon between a doctor appointment and then going to a different location of the medical facility that we were a part of. And we had to draw blood and take x-rays and stuff like that. And then I took Don out to dinner afterwards. So I haven't had a chance to catch up on anything. I'll probably watch the Robert thing later tonight. Okay? And I want to ask you folks if you want me to do a response to the Robert stream or not. Because here's the thing. Like I said, I'm no longer talking about that other group. I'm done. But here's the thing. Like I said, if another creator is talking about me and putting out a major piece of content, I almost feel it's my responsibility to respond to it. And just because those people are involved that we're no longer talking about, that shouldn't put me in a weird spot if I choose to respond to it or not. So Sandra, you said no? So Sandra, did you see that? Let me know. Because I heard your video, ODN. Robert Reese was extremely respectful in his live stream. He didn't disrespect you in any way. So ODN, why don't you give me, because I've got about another 10 to 15 minutes before I go off the air here on my final lap. Why don't you give me the synopsis of what was said? What was the point of that stream? Was it more so pre-recorded? Was he live in his car and playing clips on StreamYard, or how was it done? Because I skimmed through, he didn't bring anyone live. Everything was clips, right? I want to know what this was all about. And was he making commentary on clips, and did he end up bringing any panel on that was actually live? Or was this all him playing pre-recorded clips from his car, but he was live there playing clips from StreamYard while doing narration or commentary? He pretty much said that everyone in that group is clout chasing, but he said it respectfully. So what he said was the former group that we no longer talk about was clout chasing, right? See, this is a situation that makes it very hard to not talk about it. The bottom line is, I'm not specifically talking about that group. I'm responding to a video that Robert Reese did himself. Yes, he was being honest. So did he, ODN, did he bring on any people live on that show, or was it all pre-recorded clips and he was the only one that was live in his car doing commentary or narrating? So was anyone on that show live? Or were you looking at people in the chat? Like, were there people in the chat trash talking? Like, what? Let me know kind of what was going on. She tried to come on, but she lost a signal. Okay. Did anyone else come on, or was it just Tiffany trying to come on? Yeah, my only problem with what Robert did was he put many people's pictures in a thumbnail. And I wasn't really too fond of that. But when you look at it, it technically is considered fair use. And if he's using clips and doing commentary and making a documentary, that is fair use. So no matter, whether I cry or other people cry about it, even if we were to file copyright on him, he would file a counter notification, he would win. So, I totally understand that, but initially I was like, wow, what is going on here? Is he going to interview all these people, or is he just clipping them? And he ended up, I believe, just clipping them. Robert was seeking validation from your haters. So I went up there and I told him I respect him for being honest. Well, here's the thing. I think Razor Edge, ODN, hit the nail on the head. I'm not trying to discredit you, ODN. I think that Robert is clout chasing himself. I think Robert's trying to leverage my haters for views, because Robert knows him and I will never work together again. We parted ways, for the final time. Robert and I have gone back and forth like 2 or 3 times, and there's no way he'll ever have me come on his show again. So the only way he can leverage my name and whatever clout I may have is through my haters, right? So while I get what you're saying, ODN, he may have come off reasonable and he may have come off nice about it. His intentions were to leverage it for his own growth. I mean, it looked like he put a bunch of time and effort into putting all those clips together. Now I'm going to be curious to see how many views does that show get. And I'll say right now, I'll be surprised if that show gets 400 views. It'll probably get, because it's about me, it'll probably get around 250 to 350 views. If it gets any more than that, if it gets into the 400s or greater, I'll be surprised. So you have to look at it from a feasibility standpoint. Was it worth him putting the time and effort into doing that based on the amount or lack of return that I feel he's going to be getting? That's all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people don't get it. A lot of this stuff's been played out. And I still really don't see what the purpose of him was, to do something that's been done a million times already, right? With the same audience. Like, the same audience doesn't want to hear the same thing that they've already heard 30, 40, 50 other times over the last several years. I mean, do you get that? We got a lot of fiesta music playing here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, man! Jesus Christ! Holy Moses, man! There's a fiesta in that Vato truck. Do 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 do. Oh my God, God, Jesus! Orale Holmes. All my friends drive a lowrider. Do 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 do. Orale Holmes. I don't want to use some other Spanish derogatory words. It might get me demonetized because I'm sure the YouTube / Google artificial intelligence is bilingual or trilingual or all has all language packs installed in it, right? Don't want to call the YouTube AI a puto, right? Let's see, we're at 41 minutes. All right. So, yeah, anyway, thank you to the 31 people that are here. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. So, yeah, for the next 2 days, we're going to be doing Walking with Purpose streams, Drama Detox with a different topic. I'll have a new topic tomorrow afternoon and the final topic on Friday afternoon. And more than likely, Dawn and I will be doing a mobile live stream from the road as we head on over to her parents' place. All the all the Vato Loco mobiles are out tonight, man. Oh yeah. That dude now switched parking lots. And he had to pull in slowly into this driveway because he didn't want his lowrider with the little shriveled up tiny tires to bottom out, right? GLM, do you think those dudes that have those lowriders and they go around blaring bass music with their windows down, do you think they have like shrivel syndrome or, small man syndrome, however you want to say it? That's something we need to talk about because, listen, we're not trying to be rude. That does exist. There is like small man's complex and short man's complex, and it's basically, oh my gosh, now you're hearing this car here with a loud muffler. Like all these cars with loud mufflers and blaring bass and all that, those are men that feel they're lacking something, like they're overcompensating something they feel they're lacking, like something that's not as something that they wish could be a little bit larger on the lower end of things, right? Or maybe they're not as tall as they wish they could be, right? That's a really big problem, like with men. Like they've got these complexes, Smiley, those are men who wish they could afford. That makes those sounds naturally. Yeah, that's true. That does make sense. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, we got 40 in the box right now. Wow. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so we typed up the topic for the first lap. Now we're just kind of freestyling. for the last 10 minutes of this show. I need to run an errand after this before a certain store closes to pick something up for Don and I. And it's starting to get dark here. Bill craves way too much. It's disgusting. Okay. Who's Bill? Who's Bill? Is that some dude that does YouTube content? Say hello to Dawn. Hope she is feeling much better. Smiley. Yeah, no, Dawn is doing fine. I'll tell you, Dawn and I talked on the way to her appointment. We went to one medical center to take blood so she could, have blood drawn, and to also get x-rays on her ankle. And then we went to another medical facility for an actual doctor's appointment she had. And we were talking about this, and Dawn is just done. She's done. Like, Dawn never, ever, ever wants to hear the names of anyone in that other group that we're no longer talking about. Let's just put it that way, because we don't want to talk about them. But there's no other way for me to say what Dawn said without at least referring to it in a way without actually saying the name of the group, okay? But Dawn is she's so done with it. She doesn't want to mention any of their names, any of the men or the women. She doesn't want them around here on the channel. And she hopes that you can all respect her wishes on that, along with mine. She was done. Like, she was at the point of where she appreciated me wanting to be honest and transparent with her about everything that's going on. But she even told me, she's like, in the future, if you're dealing with these dumb people, just don't tell me, hey, Tiff, how are you doing? Yeah, I got your text, Tiff, right before I went live. I decided to do a quick live stream before it gets dark. And I'm going to be wrapping this up in about 10 minutes, but I didn't get a chance. I saw you send me a text. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but it was regarding Robert Reese. And I guess you tried to go on the show. No worries. Tell me. Let me know what happened. Because I from what I'm hearing, it's probably not even worth responding to. Like, it's probably not even worth responding to. It sounds like it was regurgitated stuff. I heard that Robert was being very nice about it. ODM was saying he was being nice, but I'm thinking maybe Robert was trying to do this to leverage my haters for his own benefit. I want to hear your take on it, Tiffany, because I really have a lot of respect for your take. Because you know how all these people work. I'm not saying that ODN doesn't. ODN knows how they work, but ODN's opinions, no disrespect to ODN, sometimes they're riddled with 420 and the chronic, right? The ganja, right? Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two loked up beeps going crazy. I don't even want to say it with the GA because it's not worth it. Death Row is a label that pays me, right? I'd like to hear a response from somebody that's not on the chronic regarding this, Well, my opinion, it seemed like he was trying to appeal to your haters, but then I realized they are all weirdos. Well, yeah, Tiff, here's the thing. Maybe Robert's a weirdo too. I don't want to think that, but if Robert's a weirdo too and he's no different than the haters, then it's obvious the reason why he did that was to try to reel in my haters so they become fans of Robert, right? Or maybe these haters of mine now, indoctrinate Robert into the hate train for Eli, and that brings more relevancy to Robert. Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying. So he wound up in this weird position, kind of like where he was kind of like he was going at you, but he doesn't like the people going at you. That sounds like a catch-22, Tiffany. That sounds like a catch-22 where Robert's like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Damned if I do, damned if I don't, right? So he's trying to make something out of this, and while he's doing the show, was he live from his car and playing clips from all these people that he showed in the thumbnail image from StreamYard? Was he live in the car playing clips from StreamYard? Because most of the show was clips, but he was actually live from his car with clips loaded onto StreamYard. Yes, exactly. So you're saying, yes, exactly, too. He was live in his car playing preloaded clips on the StreamYard, kind of like the rest of the people do. Okay. And he probably realized in the middle of doing this show, what he's trying to accomplish is never going to happen, because the Coach Eli haters and people that don't like me aren't really much more fond of Robert than they are of me. So it's not going to work. So in essence, it kind of backfired on him. Is that what you're saying? Yes, and everything you said before that too. Yeah, I used my intuition. Yeah. If there's one thing that, well, there are other things too, but I think like Tiffany, you, myself, and Dawn, we have very strong intuition. We can read these things, right? We can have a good read at whatever's going on and pretty much quickly and accurately figure out why these people are doing what they're doing and what their intentions are, right? Yeah. 52 minutes. I got to really roll because I got to go clear across town and get to a store to pick up a few things. That's going to close at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to be wrapping this up in about 5 minutes or less. So get any final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. Tiff, if you end up going live tonight, late night like you do sometimes during the week, I think Dawn's going to bed early tonight because I took her out to dinner and she's tired from a long day out and she's got a full belly. I fed her pretty well. That's what good men do, right? They feed their women well, right? And Dawn needs to eat so she can put on some more weight. She's doing fine. Maybe I can pop on for a little bit. I'll text you before I do if I do. Yeah, no problem. Now, Eli, if he had a guy on who had a great perspective of the situation. No, sorry. Now, Eli, he had a guy on who had a great perspective of the situation. Who was that? Which guy was that, Tiff? Do you know the name of the guy? Because I might know the person. And I can tell you right now, I'll check it out. I'll skim through it. I don't think I'm going to sit and listen through the whole damn thing. I don't have time. I mean, especially for regurgitated stuff. His name was Tono. Okay, I've never heard of him. Somebody knew probably. What did he say? If you can give me a synopsis in a minute or two. What did that dude say? Now we got a rice rocket coming by. All right, folks, get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. I got to go off the air very quickly here in a second. He is a white guy. He said that if you went away, these people wouldn't make any more money, LOL. Well, that's the best thing I've heard all day. So here's the funny thing, Tiff. There's probably no rebroadcast happening right now. I mean, I'm talking about nonsense, and there are still 44 people here. So, I mean, it goes to show, Tiffany, if people like who you are, they'll tune in to see you wipe your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I would wipe my ass on YouTube ever, and that'd probably get me shut down. But if people like you, they'll tune you in, or they'll tune in to see you wipe your ass. Oh, there is, and we still have 47 people here. Well, then that's, well, then that proves itself, man. I mean, if we still have 47 people here with a simulcast, that definitely means, people have made a choice, and I really appreciate that. ODN says, I have been watching you for years, Eli. I am too good at reading your body language, and you... No, ODN, we're not... Listen, dude. I'm telling you right now, ODN, we are not in cahoots. So quit spinning that narrative. It's not true. I'm not making any money off of this, ODN, and I could sure use some extra money. Seriously, dude. I'm not in cahoots with anyone, bro. ODN, these people have taken lots of money out of my pocket. And listen, dude, honestly, I take a lot of offense to what you said. If you seriously mean that, think twice. You can address me in the video if you want. I'll still support you. I have nothing bad to say about you. But I'm telling you, may lightning strike me dead, ODN, and my whole family. I'm not in cahoots with that guy. I'll put my hand on the Bible, ODN. I'm not in cahoots with anyone, bro. You're smoking too much. Yeah, he's smoking too much chronic lately, man. All right, gotta run, folks. Tiffany, text me later if you're gonna go live. I'll be around. You probably won't go live till after like 10 or 10:30 or 11 o'clock, right, Tiff? Pacific time. I'll be around 10:30 or 11. ODN, I'm not, dude, listen. I'm on your side, dude. I don't have any money from these guys. If I did, I wouldn't be complaining. But I would never sell out to tainted money anyway, bro. I would not sell out for tainted money. I'd rather go broke than have shit-infested money, ODN. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, Tiffany says, now he's text messaging me, threatening me. Oh, really? So, oh, yeah. Well, we're not talking about him anymore, but it's all good. Just document those threats. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.